The Toronto Raptors are on the verge of winning their first ever NBA championship. The Raptors hold a 3-1 lead over the Golden State Warriors in the finals. They need just one more win for the title, which could happen tonight at Game 5 in Toronto. Bill Reiter joins us now from Los Angeles. He's the host of Reiter's Block on CBS Sports HQ. Hi, Bill. So Durant did practice yesterday. How much do the Warriors need him, though, to keep the series alive?
Yeah, down 3-1. They will take any help they can get. And obviously, Kevin Durant is an MVP, a finals MVP. He's one of the best players in the game. As Steve Kerr said earlier today, he's Kevin Durant, and if he's out there, it's a really important weapon. So while I still think this Warriors team's got some fight left in them, doesn't mean they'll win the series, but it's a great basketball team without KD. To have him, you can't overstate how impactful that could be.
All right. Now, the Raptors have been winning in large part thanks to their star player, Kawhi Leonard. But there have been other players who've also been stepping up in the finals. Who else are you expecting to show up on the court tonight?
Yeah, at this point, it feels like the Kawhi Leonard effect means everybody that's on that Raptors team. But Pascal Siakam is a huge part of what this team does. When he's playing aggressive offense, when he's attacking the rim, he creates so many matchup problems for that Warriors team. And he even a little bit played some defense on Steph Curry the other night. I mean, he's long, he's athletic, he's fairly new to the game for someone of his skill level. Didn't see an NBA game ever in his life until he was a 16-year-old who moved to Texas. So I think this is a guy, and we've seen him at times not be as effective because it's a new experience for him, but he has so much upside. He's playing at home. They're going for a championship. This Raptors team is gaining steam and confidence with every single win they've had in this series. I think Siakam's a guy to keep an eye on tonight.
All right, Bill. Game 5 tonight will be played in Toronto. You know, the city and Canada as a whole, frankly, have largely been a hotbed for hockey. But so how have the Raptors built a strong basketball culture in that city?
Yeah, they really have. And over the years, it's been one of my favorite places as an NBA reporter to travel because they're so loyal and there's so much heartbreak. I think it's that. I think it's those things. The Raptors have had a lot of close calls. They've made the playoffs. They've let their fans down, but their fans have kept coming back. And you talk to people who are there right now, talk to folks around the NBA. It is an absolute circus, not just in Toronto. You're right, across the entire country. Huge viewing parties all across the north with our friends in Canada. It has turned not just Toronto, Canada, but that entire nation into a hotbed for the NBA, and it's well deserved. There's been a lot of pain and suffering, letdowns and disappointments before this 2019 NBA Finals. So
then flip that around and give us a sense of what a Toronto championship would mean for the NBA.
I think it's actually really good for Adam Silver in the NBA. I know there's been some talk. People have tried to politicize the idea that the ratings are down this year, but the reality is that the modern ratings that we use, the way that we sort of calibrate them and calculate them, does not take into account Toronto, which would be a top 10 market if it were in this country. And Adam Silver and I think the folks that run the association understand that tapping into that international market, the way that soccer has, is critically important. The NBA has a huge head start, certainly on the NFL in that respect, it pulls so many players from abroad. And I think the idea of an international champion just is a further catalyst for this goal of the NBA to broaden its reach and broaden its fan base. I think the folks that are hanging out right now in Manhattan who run the NBA are probably very, very excited about what's going on.
Yeah, and for whatever it's worth, my 12-year-old son is a rabid NBA fan, does not miss a single game. So that bodes well, I guess, for the future. But, Bill, what is your prediction then for tonight?
Man, I keep getting my prediction is don't take my predictions because Kawhi Leonard keeps making me look foolish. Maybe it's recency bias. I've been around this Warriors team so many times, and I've watched them have so many comebacks. Down 3-1 against the Thunder, which Kevin Durant was on a few years ago. Down 3-2 in the Western Conference Finals against the Rockets last year. There's a lot of examples. I just have trouble believing they're going to give up the ghost this early in the NBA Finals. Doesn't mean they're going to win the series necessarily, but I think they'll win tonight. Kevin Durant, it certainly sounded like Steve Kerr was vague, but it sounded really optimistic about the possibility of KD playing. Klay Thompson had some more time off, so he should be closer to 100%. Steph Curry didn't have a great shooting night in the last game. That almost never happens 2 games in a row. I know Kawhi's made all of us, including Vegas, look foolish, but I just feel like the Warriors get at least one more win in this series. I like Golden State tonight.
All right. It's going to be a fun game to watch for sure. Bill Reiter in Los Angeles, thank you so much. And don't forget, you can watch Phil's show, Reiter's Block, live from Los Angeles every Friday through Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern, only on CBS Sports HQ.